Good morning, everybody. Sifu AJ here. This morning I'd like to share with you guys some breathing exercises. Two very simple breathing exercises that I like to do in the morning before I get my day started. It only takes a few minutes to do these exercises, so anyone can do this. Everyone's got time for this stuff, and it's really good for you. These breathing exercises will help you have a lot more energy throughout the day, and you'll feel a lot more healthier. And yeah, that right there is enough reason why to do them. So this is what I'm going to do first. I'm going to first show you one breathing technique to energize your mind, or your brain actually, and then another technique to energize your body. Okay, so the first one is going to be an inhale hold. Okay, we're going to breathe in through our nose. We're going to hold that, because when you hold your breath, it causes the oxygen to go up to your brain. So you want to hold it for as long as you're comfortable with. Okay, I recommend about 20 to 30 seconds, but don't push yourself. Don't try to reach that long if it's hard. You're not trying to suffocate yourself here. Like, you're not holding your breath underwater like that. You just want to take a deep breath in and hold it, and hold it as long as you can. And then when you're ready to blow out, you want to purse your lips kind of and blow slowly out. And then you want to breathe completely out, get all the air out. So I'm going to do an example of a few of the reps right now. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and inhale. Okay, so I just did 3 reps of that kind of breathing. I would breathe in, hold my breath for as long as I could or felt comfortable with. Of course, I could hold it longer, but that wasn't the goal. Like I was telling you before, that's not your goal in this practice. Is not to hold your breath as long as possible. It's just hold it where you're comfortable, and then you want to breathe all your air out. Okay, slowly. So that's what we just did there to energize the brain. That helps get a lot of the oxygen to the brain, so that your concentration will be a lot better and your focus will be a lot more clear. Now we're going to work on the breathing exercise for the body, which is going to be a form of controlled hyperventilation. Okay, so you can do it in the nose or and out the mouth, or just in and out of the mouth. It really doesn't matter. The whole point is that you're just going to cause yourself to kind of hyperventilate. I mean, what it is controlled hyperventilation. So you don't actually want to get to the point where you're like, that's not the goal. Okay, but you do want to. We're just going to bring in a lot of air and get a lot out. Okay, so it's going to be like. as you can see, I'm not rushing myself. That's why it's controlled hyperventilation, and that way the body's not actually going to freak out or panic. And it's actually safe, and there's nothing wrong with that. You might get lightheaded, you might get tingling sensations and all this kind of stuff. You might get cold, weird feelings. You might get clammy, you might get warm. You might even start seeing things like as this happens, but that's all okay because you're just getting a lot more oxygen in your body, and that's just part of getting your cells, full of energy. And it's totally safe, it's totally natural. You shouldn't really be passing out or anything like that. So when you do this, do maybe about 20 of these breaths, and then we'll close it with a little breaker to rebalance the amount of oxygen we took in for our body, and how we want to connect that with our brain. Okay, so I'm going to do a few more of those breaths with you guys so you get the timing right. You don't want to rush yourself like this. That's not good, okay? That's hyperventilating almost, even though it's controlled. That's not the right kind of control. You want to make sure you kind of keep it as 1 second in, 1 second out, okay? In breathing terms, that'd be called positive breathing. What I was taught neutral, positive, and negative breathing. So when you go towards positive breathing, you add with fire or chi to the energy. You're empowering it. It was really oxygen is what it is. So let's just do a few more of these positive breathings, these controlled hyperventilations with each other. Ready? And when you get down to, when you do, your 10, 15, 20, or 30 of these, and you want to come to a close, what you want to do is at your last breath, we're going to go ahead and exhale and hold our breath. Then catch your breath. Then inhale and hold. And catch your breath again. Okay? So you just want to breathe, get in the air like that, and then the last reason why we wanted to hold our breath and inhale and hold and exhale and hold, because again, when you hold the breath, it gets oxygen to the brain, especially on the inhale hold. When you exhale hold, you also cause the body to utilize the energy that you brought into it. Ironically, also, when you bring in more oxygen to your body, you're not necessarily giving more oxygen to your brain. And as you're giving more oxygen to your brain, you're also depleting it from your body. It's kind of the reason why we have fear and panic sometimes, because we can be thinking something and our brain is using a lot of oxygen and it restricts our body, or absorb, takes that oxygen away. Body, doesn't like that, so it gets panic. So we can relax the body through breathing in, and we relax the mind through with the holds. But then, yes, there's a lot of reasons why we just did what we did. But you basically now have your mind and your body charged up, full of oxygen, which is the fuel for your life. And you should be feeling really good right now. So maybe after you watch this video and turn off, you just want to try it yourself. The first exercise, I like to do it for about 3 to 5 minutes, personally, or at least three reps like we did earlier in the video. And then same with the controlled hyperventilation and the positive breathing. I feel like, that's something that you can start off small, start off with like 10, 15, or if you're comfortable with 20, do that. If you get to like 30 or so, that's fine. You really don't need to do more than 30 at a time, though, your body will be pretty much oxygenated. Now, you can do more sets of this kind of stuff if you really want to get into this work, because it's more than just a quick morning routine. If you want to make it kind of, something that you do a lot, that's up to you. I recommend it. It can never hurt to keep giving yourself more oxygen. The only way you can get oxygen toxicity really is if you're like a scuba diver and you're going underwater and you got the wrong kind of oxygen coming in for the pressure that you're at, and that's not going to happen to you in your bedroom. All right, and you're going to be fine. Okay, it's not going to hurt you. But yes, as long as you don't rush yourself, you won't pass out from the controlled hyperventilation, and you shouldn't. Like, you really shouldn't have any problems with that. It might feel a little funny and interesting, but that's actually, you go with it. Your body's releasing a lot of stress when we do these exercises, and it's starting to release a lot of good feeling hormones and chemicals, that you need to feel good in your mind and in your body. All right. Okay, you guys, I hope that helps. I'm a little, groggy when I wake up in the morning, but then I do breathing exercise like that and feel good. And then what I'm going to do after this is go take a hot, cold shower. I'm going to go in there right with lukewarm water, rinse up real quick, start turning up the water warmer and warmer, get it hotter and hotter as I'm washing myself with my soap and shampoo. And then, when it's nice and steamy and hot in there and I'm nice and hot, I'm going to go back to neutral to cool myself down, and then I'm going to go to all the way freezing cold and give myself a freezing cold shock. And then I'm going to go back to neutral to feel like, lukewarm, to warm up from the cold, and then go back to the cold. It's not as bad the second time. It actually feels good the second time. And then back to the neutral again. And oh man, neutral is always going to feel like the best after the hot. Okay, so I'm going to go in there and do hot, cold, which is really like a neutral hot, neutral cold, neutral cold, neutral. Okay? When I say neutral, I mean lukewarm. So, yeah, man. Yeah, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed this little tidbit. Sorry that my videos take sometimes 10, 12 minutes or whatever, but peace. Well, don't forget to add your comments and your feedback. I'd love to know how you guys feel about doing these kind of breathing exercises. And then, yes, I would like to talk more about these breathing exercises later and show you more stuff in depth about them. Okay. Oh, the next video I'll probably make is about how to eliminate tension and stress that, when it's overwhelming for people who have like live anxiety and all that kind of stuff. Okay. All right. Thanks, guys. Take care.